Alistair, we just had our concluding session of day one here at the Tanker Shipping and Trade Conference, and you focused on West Africa. It seems that it's the best of times, worst of times in that part of the world.
I think it is, because certainly fracking has and will have a huge impact on crude oil exports. A lot will go to India, but if China decides to start fracking as well, then there's a lot of proven deposits there. The refining capacity, if that starts to improve, it might alleviate some of the import market, but for the foreseeable future, I think there's certainly going to be ups and downs in both the clean and dirty trades.
Inevitably, any discussion of West Africa will focus on security and corruption.
And I think quite rightly so. There is little doubt that this is not the easiest part of the world to work in, but as a UK company, then we do comply fully with the UK Anti-Bribery and Corruption Act, and we take a lot of care, responsibility in what we do, exercising due diligence, looking at all our supplier routes, our supplier contracts, and the way we actually do business there.
You've overseen STS operations in many different parts of the world. How do they compare with West Africa?
I think the standard, as demanded by MARPOL Chapter 1, Annex 1, Chapter 8, is actually an industry standard. And I think what is quite interesting, it only relates to oil cargoes, Annex 1 cargoes, which means you could take, in theory, somebody off the street to do an LPG operation. Obviously, if you're working in an area where I think really the perception is greater than the reality, and we have to bridge that gap, then we apply the same standards to our STS operations, our equipment maintenance. We've invested heavily in a maintenance facility for our global operations. We have quite stringent maintenance procedures in place, computerized maintenance systems. We have preferred supplier arrangements in place now. So the answer, I think, is if you're getting it right and the customer come back, and we are now sort of the #1 STS service provider in West Africa, then the investment will pay off. It's difficult to get it across to the accountants at times, but in the end, safety and quality will come through.
Now, we've asked every speaker to rate prospects for 2015 on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being an exceptional year and 2014 being a 5. You graded 2015 an 8, which was the most optimistic reading I've had today. Why are you so bullish?
I think we're bullish for lots of reasons, mainly the people we have in place, the teams we're building, new business development. We have the advantage that we can do a lot of what we do in-house. We're quite comfortable in our niche market, as it were. The group has been around there for quite some considerable time, and as a result, we're comfortable where we work, both in our systems and procedures.
Alistair, you've been a long-term supporter of Tanker Shipping and Trade, the magazine, and also the conferences we organise. How have you found this year's event?
I thoroughly enjoy them, taking part and listening, because I mean, you're learning something new every day, and people have different takes, and I think it's very important when you're looking, certainly what we do and what anyone, you try and get a bigger and wider picture as possible. So anything you learn, you can certainly look at, even if then you decide, well, no, that's not really for us now, but we'll put it in the piggy bank and maybe we'll bring it out in a year or two.